Good evening and welcome to Wisdom Walk Talk here on Black Hole Radio and my YouTube channel Wisdom Walk 2 Self Mastery. I am your host and guide, Jojo Maria and Saroma. After the breakdowns and breakups of the mind-blowing year of 2020, humanity is now primed for a year of mind-blowing breakthroughs. 2021 is a water year according to the elemental wisdom of the Dagara tribe of Burkina Faso, West Africa. It's also the year of the metal ox according to Chinese astrology, and the first year of consciously living in the Age of Aquarius. Through 3 live broadcasts and accompanying videos, I will share spiritual wisdom and insights with my annual New Year's message, continuing tonight with big breakthroughs from grief, love, and reconciliation. All right, let me move into my spiritual spill for you this week, which again is a continuation of my annual message. This is the second part. And tonight I'm going to do a quick review of the 2021 elemental focus that I gave you last week, which is about grief, love, and reconciliation. And then I'm going to talk about the big breakthroughs that can come from us really consciously engaging with those experiences and practices, because that is about restoring flow. And then I'll leave you with a contemplative exercise. My quote for this week comes from Gary Crawford, a really wonderful astrologer from www.astrology.com. I'll leave the link below. And this is from his astrology predictions for 2021, which he titles, Welcome to the Age of Light Speed Change. Yeah. And so Gary says, while we had to grieve the end of an old era in 2020, while enduring difficult birth contractions collectively, the astrology of 2021 will require continuously adapting to the far-reaching changes that will be erupting across all aspects of society. Ashe, ashe. Now, this elemental focus comes from the fact that, according to the wisdom I keep, we're in a water year. And water carries with it the energies of our emotions and, most importantly, our ability to feel and to become compassionate, to become peaceful. And so to release that which would keep us from being in our peace, our inner peace and our external peace. So 2021 as a water year is very, very powerful to come after, the year of the pandemic, the beginning of the pandemic. Let me say that, because clearly we're still in it. And so what I talked about is that the energetic of 2021 as a water year, I translate into letting go, letting feel, and letting in. And so there's this grief piece that we have to do. I said as a daily experience of releasing the pain, tears, anger, and fear, and letting go of what can never be again. Love, a daily practice of being able to be emotionally intelligent, first with ourselves, but to those around us. And again, to open our hearts up instead of shutting them down, and to reach for unconditional love. And again, first for yourself, which means you let go of the judgment that would have you feel like you're not worthy. There's something wrong with me. I'm not right. I'm not enough. No, it's like being able to accept and appreciate and value who and what you are and where you're at, because all of it has great purpose. And so when we can unconditionally love ourselves, we can extend that to other people and to other situations. And then reconciliation, to me, it evolves out of that willingness to love unconditionally, because we reconcile. That means that we have a compassion, we move into a forgiveness, and to allow others into our life, not by giving our power away, but being strengthened by their existence. And whether they're being evolutionary teachers or whether they're being people who can support us in being the best of who we are. And so we have to reconcile whatever it is that has us distancing ourselves, and keeping ourselves, carrying somebody else's pain. Yeah. So, how did those three postures, experiences, belief systems even, of grief, love, and reconciliation support us breaking through? And what are we breaking through? It's important to remember that the universe is designed to change, grow, and evolve. That's what it's designed for. And it happens through flow. There is a wonderful little, I think a 6-minute video I came across on YouTube, and I'll put that link below, about this guy who's he's an engineer and he's an artist, and he's done this research about flow. And it was his design that is very much used to keep the core of your computer cool enough so that it doesn't combust when you're using it. And he did it based on this understanding about flow and how the universe has that show up everywhere. So for example, take a tree and how its branches form. That's about flow. Think about our blood vessels, right? That's about flow. So what happens is when things aren't in flow, like the magma beneath our feet of this earth, a volcanic buildup will occur, and then a volcanic eruption will occur. So in other words, we learn from history and from the universe that when things get backed up, it doesn't ever really stop them. At some point, it's going to explode. And if we think about that as it relates to our emotions, when our emotions are dammed up, it's not a good day. It is not a good day. And it's things like fear and pain and disappointment and hopelessness, and which, all of that can go into disease and sickness, because when we are dammed up, damage is caused. There is damage. The science of Chinese acupuncture is all based on that. When the needles are put into those points in your body, they're helping to release where there is stuck energy, where there is blockage. So, thinking about all of that, understanding that we're supposed to be in flow. And last year, continuing into this year, we've had a major human circumstance that has caused so much pain, so much tension, so much anxiety. So there is a lot of blockage that we are dealing with. And so if we think about what are the ways in which we can release this in a way that we're not transferring our pain onto other people, and that's why it makes sense that we are embracing grief, we are embracing unconditional love, and we're embracing reconciliation. We can consciously identify where in our personal lives we are stuck at this point and use those experiences and practices of grief, unconditional love, and reconciliation to get things back into flow. So the idea here I want you to really walk away with is the importance and the need for flow in your life in order for you to be okay, to have hope, to have joy, to have a loving experiences that are reciprocal. To have abundance, to have your needs met, to have things coming to you, to get the support that you need. We need flow for that. So here's some contemplative questions that I think will help you really get in touch with where it is that you may be blocked in your life. And in doing this with yourself personally, and if everybody could be doing this, then collectively we'll create a flow for humanity and for this planet. So here's the first question. Who or what in your life do you need to consciously grieve? You know, because grieving is kind of considered like, oh, I'm going to be in pain. I don't want to do that. I don't want people to see me, whatever. But if you're not grieving, again, it's stuck energy and it will explode. It will really explode on you. So again, identify who or what. If you lost a home, if you lost a job, if you lost a situation, if you lost a relationship, did you grieve it? So what needs to be grieved? Identify that. Next, who in your life do you need to forgive and love unconditionally as you would want them to do for you? Yeah, this is stuff we don't like to think about, but it's important. Like think about even a family member. And if you feel some tension when you think about that person, there's some love stuff that needs to be worked on. Yeah. And remember, loving someone doesn't mean you let them harm you or put their pain onto you. It's not about feeling sorry for anybody. It really is about saying, especially if this is a person who has caused you pain in the past, it's about saying, okay, the people who do the most harm, the people who are the most hurtful are the ones that need the love the most because they're transferring pain. That's why they're doing these hurtful things. So when I'm talking about loving someone unconditionally, I'm talking about letting go of thinking that they are monsters. It's not about that. It's there are people who have got pain that they never got to deal with. So if I open up to being loving to them, and I don't even have to do it in person, I just need to, in my mind, let go of holding them like they've got some power over me, like they can do something to me, and really say, you know, this person is not as strong or as powerful as I am because I'm willing to be loving to them. And then last but not least, who or for what situation do you need to reconcile, make peace with? Yeah. So think about something you may have done that you think back on it now and you don't like that. You don't like what was done. Or something that somebody did to you that you don't like. And you never got to express to them, you know what, that didn't work for me. That was hurtful to me. And I just need you to know that really hurt me. You know, that's what reconciliation is about. You letting go, again, of holding on to pain. So I suggest strongly that you set intentions to grieve, love unconditionally, and reconcile. And ask for help for this from your greater order and direction, your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, whatever you believe has your back. And you're going to feel so much better for it. Ashe. Well, I want to close out tonight, as always, by thanking my wonderful engineer, Miss Yvette Parker, and the entire Black Hole Radio Be Well family. I couldn't do this without your weekly support, and I'm so grateful to you for it. Shout out to all my regular listeners out there and those who have wisdom walked with me, and you know who you are. To my family, my spiritual kin, my transformational leadership colleagues, my medicine brothers and sisters around the world, and those who may be listening or watching for the first time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't do this without your support. Next week, I will conclude my annual New Year's message with Blessing of the Metal Ox. Yeah, about that animal totem for the Chinese New Year and how it all fits in so beautifully to the water energy and to what this Age of Aquarius is asking us to become. The book, Wisdom Walk to Self-Mastery, Ancient Wisdom for Transforming Pain, available through Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, and other online booksellers. And last but not least, I want to thank my God, my ancestors, my spirit guides, loving entities, everything that walks with me, keeps my head to the sky and my feet to the ground and my heart open to do this important work with and for all of you. Now, please have a healthy and a happy nature week. Continue wearing your mask, practicing social distancing and safe relating. Wash those hands. Stay away from perceived safety, even with your family. Practice science safety. This is an airborne disease. It doesn't discriminate, and it's mutated, and we don't even know all of what that means. And most importantly, please, please, please remember, you are not disposable. You're supposed to be here, and you are divine. Good night now.